Joshua Rose was born in 1948 in New York City to parents who had studied painting at both Cooper Union and the Art Students League. From a very early age, he was exposed to art in the museums as well as his parents' paintings at home. In fact, there was never a time that Rose remembers when he was not aware of art. Growing up, he thought art was a natural occurrence in everybody's life. His parents made their living as embroidery designers in the Garment Center in Brooklyn, exposing him to the love of patterns, rhinestones, beads, bangles, and sequins that figure into the collages you see here in the Mezzanine Gallery. Josh Rose studied at the University of New Mexico and went on to earn an MFA from Yale in 1981. Before he joined the academic world, Josh dropped out of high school in 1964, spent 1965 living in Israel, and then hitchhiked his way from Istanbul to Munich in 1966. Finally, after many years in Europe, he was back in New York City, but he left for the land of enchantment, New Mexico, in 1971. After a lifetime of art making, the artist considers a series of work on view in the Mezzanine Gallery, Afterimage Anxiety. Afterimage Anxiety is the title of his exhibition. Josh considers that his autobiography, calling the collages My Studio Landscape, a collection of old roads to be reinvestigated and reasserted through re-engagement. It is from this body of drawings, paintings, and photographs that I mine the past, manipulate, combine, and recombine images and materials to make new work that functions in the present. It is a look at my night sky. Josh Rose and Jacqueline St. Aubin share the love of looking deeply at the world and translating it into their creative process. Josh says, "Perhaps I am just in awe of everything when I settle down to really look at things." The work that Josh has been pursuing for the past few years since moving back to Albuquerque from Las Cruces, where he taught for over 25 years, reflects two different but related ideas. The first idea is personal in nature as it mines and reinvents the past 40 years of his visual work. Essentially, he is manipulating memory, his memories, the collective memory. Having spent a good deal of his life in museums and art galleries, Josh writes that he read somewhere that when in a museum looking at pictures, one should briefly look at a neutral wall before moving to the next image. This exercise clears the vision of unnoticed after images that prevents seeing a new picture clearly and cleanly. An intermezzo for the eyes. That idea stuck with him, as does the implication of how we see in general. Everything is filtered through an after image of what we saw last. Thoughts are also like this, floating along in one's mind, replacing themselves one after the other in a tenuously linked stream. That's what the Buddhists call monkey mind. When we look up at the night sky, we not only see the endless array of lights we know to be stars and planets, we also see the imposition of inextricably layered space and time. These ideas inform the structure of the collages in the gallery. A second important aspect of Josh Rose's work is that it is derived from combining images that he made over the past 35, 40, sometimes even 50 years ago. The resulting composite of image after image is not simply the last thing that the artist looked at, but the whole of his life as a practicing artist. The collages are an autobiography, the studio landscape of Josh's soul. It is indeed a look at the artist's night sky. Gazing at the complex images, the viewer can hear the music of the stars. Josh has always used texture and pattern. His images are iridescent, reflecting light from the glitter and metallic paint he uses. The collages in the Mezzanine Gallery are mixed media pieces that combine images from a lifetime of painting and a lifetime of taking photographs. From a lifetime chasing after images, sometimes with a great deal of anxiety, sometimes with the calm and concentration it takes to translate anxiety into a meditative practice that allows the artist to create out of the chaos of his own mind. I hope you will enjoy the collages of Josh's roses that you see in the Mezzanine Gallery. Thank you for joining us on this tour.